Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I will share my notes in different programming language. So today's topic is JavaScript. I hope it will be helpful for you in learning something new and something productive. Let's start. First, what is JavaScript? Client-side interpreted embedded programming language used to enhance websites. ECMA script language standard implementation. No relation with Java. Can manipulate HTML and for creating events. Basically, JavaScript is used for creating responsive web pages, so that when you click some buttons or enter information, web page display some information. So in short, you can say HTML helps in creating a web page or designing. JavaScript help you to create some action to make that content workable, to make your page dynamic. That is the work of JavaScript. By event, we mean action. When I am clicking on login or sign up, another form display, that is called event, because some action occurred. Then use of that JavaScript. It is helpful for creating dynamic content, adding logic to HTML. We can change the elements or override the element data using JavaScript. Make changes without refreshing the page. Form validation. Ease processing on server. By this we mean whenever we write any website to be open or request the server to open that website, the server contains the data of that website in the form of domain, and in the backend it is stored in the form of PHP, Node, etc. And this is the work of backend JavaScript to interpret that data and provide us the information in our own language. It is not helpful for accessing the resources, that is anything require privacy or anything which you show publicly. Adding JavaScript. How we can add JavaScript to HTML? There are two ways. Inline. In inline, we will write the code inside the HTML tag, and we insert this script code after head and before body. Why? Because after body my DOM section started, means my document section, my content. If I use script language in between, then my execution will get slow. So for that I use inline for adding the script after head. Later we will discuss how we write the code. Okay. Then second, external. In external, we create a separate file for JavaScript, and then we include it in HTML before body using the word src. By using script language equals to JavaScript src, and then this code.js, it will be created separately by the name code.js. JS is the extension of JavaScript, and we will write our code, and then it will be included in HTML for creating a link. It is also a case sensitive language, which means capital A and small a, both are different. Next we are having variables. Variables means a name which are called identifier, using which we can store our data. As compared with other programming language, here in JavaScript there is no need to declare its data type unless you want to use it or call it for execution. Therefore, we can use the variable directly without creating a data type. There are different examples. By using the word var, it is a keyword using which I can declare my variable. Var name equals to and your choice of name in double quotes. By double quotes, we means it is a string variable and end it with semicolon. Then var num equals to 24. This stores integer value. We are not declaring its type, but this way, using assignment operator, we can declare the variable. How we can exchange the value? By creating a variable, one more variable, and equals to num. Now name can contain the value of num using equal to sign. Next we are having arrays. Strings set of characters are called arrays. How we declare it? There are different ways to declare the array. It is your choice which one is easier for you. Where x equals to Andrew in double quotes. In short, you can say we can write the value separated by semicolon. Array is also its own data structure which contain different data with different data type. Like where x equals to new array, it is a function which works similar as we have learned previous how to declare an array. By new keyword, we means we are creating a object, and through that object I can initialize the value. Like x, and in square bracket we are using the index number, because in array first alphabet having the index value of 0, then 1, 2, 3 and so on. So I want to store in first position RAWR, this value, and in next position I want to store 9001. So this is the way to initialize the value for a array. Then another way is directly you can store the value when you are creating the object, or you can directly create the array without using any new or array function. So these are the three ways using which you can initialize the value for array. Then we are having function. If I want to count the length of my characters or of my arrays, then I will use the function length. These codes, these variables are declared in script. We write a script code under which we can use these variables and these arrays to get my program executed. Beside length, we are having short, SORT, which used to arrange my code in ascending or descending order. Then we are having conditional statement like if, as, switch statement, which works similar as other programming language do, but you have to remember the syntax. Later we will have some program using which you can understand the concept of these conditional statement. Then loops, which are used to execute set of statement for a finite period of time. There are two ways of for loop: for, then variable, then condition, then do, in which we can execute our code. Then for, variable, in, list means starting and ending position till which my code will get executed. Then we are having while and do while. While until the condition is true, my code will get executed, and if I want my code to be executed first, then condition to be tested, then I will use do while. By break, we means when we want to exit from the program, we want to cut off from the program, then we use break. And if I want to continue the execution, then I will use the keyword continue. Then we are having functions. Functions methods are similar as in other languages, other programming languages. We can have as many functions inside one program that are called nested function, which means function within another function. Variables have scope. By scope we means local or global. By local we mean if the variable is local, it will be used within the function itself. But if I use it global, its scope will be outside the function as well. Functions can be used by events for doing some work when you run only and when called. When you call that function, the event will occur. For example, function is a keyword, and after that your choice of name, first letter always be small, under which we will pass parameter, then a set of code. These functions and methods will also get added in script code. Then pop-ups. By pop-ups means when you click on OK or cancel, some dialog box display, that are called pop-ups. Or sometime when you visit some web pages, you can see some information about the web page, or when you click somewhere outside the web page, you can see such pop-ups. So for creating your own pop-ups, we are having some functions like alert, confirm and prompt. They are very easy to use. Suppose I want to use alert, I can directly write alert in script code, and in bracket I will write my text in double quotes, and that text will get displayed when I click on button, or anywhere where you want to use this function. By confirm, when you want the result in the form of OK or cancel, true or false, then you can use confirm function. And prompt functions are used when you want a input from the user. This is a practical work which you can practice if you want. Later in my next video, we will continue this JavaScript, and we will do some programs as well as deep knowledge of JavaScript. Hope you like this video. Thank you and have a nice day.